Hello everyone, so this is the second part of the video on key signatures. The first video we had was identifying key signatures within major music. However, what happens if the piece of music is in a minor key? Well, what we need to do is the same idea as we did before with the sharps and flats, but we need to add in another step. Here we go. So, to recap very quickly, identifying sharp key signatures, what you do is you take the last sharp and you go up one semitone. And when you go up one semitone, you get from F sharp to G. F sharp up to G. So it's G major. Lovely. Let's also work that out now for a flat. We've got one flat there. If we remember, one flat actually meant F major. So we've got G major and F major. But what happens if this music is actually minor? What about if we're playing this piece and we're thinking, well, it says it's in G major, but it actually sounds like it's in a minor key? Well, a very easy way of working it out. And this is where we need a little piano chart. So we have these things called relative majors and minors. Every single major key has a relative minor. Every single minor key has a relative major. Again, for somebody like me, I know which are the relative major and minor very quickly, but there is an easy way to work it out. So let's go right back to the beginning with that very first key that you would have learnt, which is C major. Well, the C major, the relative minor of C major is A minor. Now the reason why we probably learn these first very quickly is because on our key signature, we don't have anything. We don't have any sharps, we don't have any flats, it's just blank. Look at the link between A and C. If I take a C just here, we've got C, B, B flat, A. If I was to press the C and then count down the notes until I get to an A, so I've pressed the C, I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3. So I would be going down 3 semitones. From C major to A minor is 3 semitones. And that is how you work out a relative major or a minor. You go down 3 semitones if you're going from major to minor, and you go up 3 semitones if you're going from minor to major. So these two examples here, G major and F major now, if we look at our chart, let's start with G major. To work out the relative minor, we need to go, what was it again? G major, C major, we need to go down 3 semitones. Here we go, G. I'm now going to go down 3 semitones. Pressing the G, 1, 2, 3. I've landed on E, and that means that it's G major or E minor. Let's look at the F one now. Here we go. We've got F, we press the F, press it. 1, 2, 3. That's taken us to D. So now we've got D minor. So the relative minor of G major is E minor. The relative major of D minor is F major. These two are relatives. And once you've established and worked out what the relative majors and minors are, it's the same every time. It never changes. So those are patterns, they will always be there. So when I go back to talking about the GCSE and having to identify 4 keys or 4 key signatures, 4 sharps, 4 flats. So for example, the worst case it would be an F, C, G and a D there. Let's get rid of that bit there. This key signature here is how do we work it out again? We take the last sharp and go up a semitone. So our last sharp is a D sharp. So here we go, we've got a D sharp, go up one semitone, takes us to an E. So it's E major. However, the music that we're listening to on the track sounds minor. It sounds minor, it sounds sad and ominous or mysterious or spooky or dark. So it can't be major, it must be minor. Oh, but I'm now thinking, how on earth am I going to work out what it is in a minor key? Well, I take my chart, I've got E major here, and I go down. So I've got an E, I go down 3, pressing the E, 1, 2, 3. It's actually C sharp minor. Now, for some of you here, you might be thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, he's pressing a C sharp, but also a D flat. Why is it not D flat minor? Why is it C sharp minor? Well, look, I'm working in sharps. So it's going to be C sharp minor. Let's do the same for the flat key signature. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I know where those flats come on the music, but let's just remind ourselves, battle, ends, and down, okay? So we're going to go back to that penultimate flat to work out the flat key signature. Penultimate flat is an A flat, so it's definitely A flat major of some kind. Let's now work out, because it sounds minor, let's work out the relative minor. So A flat, we're going to press A flat and we're going to go back down 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3. We've landed on an F. So it's either A flat major or F minor. And that is how you work out relative majors and minors.